Let's see this. Let's see this.
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
Oh my goodness, that's her. Let's see this. Let's see this.
I woke up this morning, was born out in Kingston and leaving Jamaica abroad, not to England.
Yeah, my people, yo. Katy Perry almost died, yo. And I spoke about her like in the past the last two video I spoke about her. How Kanye West had, rant and behaved. Um, you know, oh my goodness, this is strange. We almost lost Katy Perry, and I spoke about it. How Kanye West had dealt with her so boisterously, monstrously, disrespecting her, interrupting her award winning Grammy speech, you know what I mean? I just spoke about it like in the last two videos I did. You know what I mean? I made some reference to it. And that is how the universe works. That's why I've been telling you I'm the universal boss. Okay? And I'm here to teach y'all how to differentiate and distinguish and how to identify evil from good people, God's people from the devil's people. You understand? Y'all need to stay clear of the devil's people who are evil if you're God's people. Okay? And this is how these mainstream players, the what you ma call it? You call them the gatekeepers, right? You call them the gatekeepers. They're the ones who control the mainstream, who get accepted in and let inside from becoming successful as a poor individual who have talent or who goes viral. These mainstream people who control the media and everything, they're the devils, you understand? And they are the ones who likely manage and in control of the same people who manages the artists. So we've seen a lot of artists like Michael Jackson that undergo similar situations like this, where Katy Perry had caught on fire. It was a part of an act, but it's shocking and things can go left in a jiff, you know what I mean? And that is how a lot of times we lose people, because they set up these devil people who manages them and who claim to be looking out for them or supposed to be guiding them, right? They're the same ones who set them up to do things that are fatal, ending fatal tragedy, like Kobe Bryant, who had died with his daughter, oh my God, and others, which many of us believe it was planned by the same evil mainstream devils who control everything, you know what I mean? So this could have ended like a Kobe Bryant situation, so it's saying video of Katy Perry engulfed in flames going viral during filming of her upcoming music video. Watch it burn. Oh my God, watch it burn. New music video. Let me type that in. Music video. Watch it burn, like Rihanna and Eminem. This is why Katy Perry has so many songs, so many fans. You know what I mean? Because she be going so hard. Hold on, let's see this. Let's see this. Oh my goodness, that's her. Like, I think there are other ways, because there are chemicals people can use that can it's called like friendly fire, and we're not talking about when um, you're men at war and fire upon their own allies or own team members. You know what I mean? So this friendly fire is different. Their actual fire, you can start with some chemical that it causes the fire not to burn when it's engulfed. And I think these movie people should have these things. However, fire to me is like uncontrollable, because once you go in that realm to create that fire, then the fire spirit and the energy of fire itself will eventually, you know, like, it's like take over. Like when a parasite get in the brain of another insect and, take over its mind and thinking and everything. So that's how the real fire can like take over a fake fire. I believe so. Because if your fire wasn't meant to burn and then all of a sudden you start to feel it burn, then that's how it goes. And I've heard many a news like that where people are like, no, this won't burn. This is friendly fire. And it burned the hell out of the person. So I guess fire is something you can't control, like time. However, they said Nikola Tesla had found secrecy of time traveling and sort of things like that, because I've just read a novel that was written about Donald Trump time traveling, and because there was once a Trump in the 1800 who was close to Nikola Tesla at the time, right? And they got hold of Nikola Tesla's secrets, and even it was predicted, right? Or prepussed. Yeah, it was prepussed that there will be a Elon Musk and a Trump in, reigning in today's dispensation of time. So it's crazy. It's crazy. They killed Nikola Tesla. They found him dead, right? And all of his works and all of his ideas that he had stored on paper and whatever was released to that Trump guy who was around, right? So they had found out, and they were told by Nikola Tesla that there are underground portals in Russia that leads to other dimensions, right? Other dimension of time and so forth. So that Trump seemed to have entered the dimension from the secrets he knew to rule in this time, All that was prepussed. Yeah, not predicted. Prepussed. Yeah, so this is crazy with Katy Perry, man. Yo, this is like Rihanna and Eminem. I swear. They took so long to out it. And this is for her music video. Katy Perry new music video for Watch It Burn has generated significant interest and concern amongst fans. The video features a dramatic scene where she appears engulfed in flames, leading to speculation about safety protocols and the authenticity of the footage. However, it has been clarified that the scene was a controlled pyrotechnic effects. Okay, YouTube, so allow me to share it. It's because the people who have caused all these engulfing flame of our favorite female celebrity Katy Perry here, right? They came out and made it clear, YouTube, that the scene was a controlled pyrotechnic effect. So it wasn't as how it seems. She wasn't really in pain and crying. It was all an act, right? And they threw the sheet over her to out it. Was all a part of the video, okay? Ensuring the safety of the performer is why they did that pyrotechnic effect thing. So YouTube, don't take this down, please. Okay? So they further elaborated that the song is speculated to be part of her upcoming album, KP7. Oh yeah, 7 is a god number, and in the comments they're saying she's practicing for hell. She's preparing for hell, with all these spells. There you go. There you go. True word. True word. Because we see the effects. The phone fell at the true word. Right? Now, yeah, so the KP7 album is coming. That should be wild. Because, she's there. She's at the final stages of her prime. She's going in a later time of her life, So this is where you should expect the last of her greatness. She may have a few more touches of greatness to impact the world, as she's still young. However, as I'm saying, this may be the final, best, talented, appreciated project. So, and is expected to be released in this year of 2026. Fans are eagerly awaiting more detail about the music video and its release date. And this is why we're bringing you all this update. One. There you go. It's crazy. Yeah. It took them 8.5 seconds to get it out, and that's, these professionals, I think if she was really in pain, then they would get it out from early. But it reminds me of the Michael Jackson curl jerry, Pearlberry, Tyberry for rise up your berry, shot them from primary, tertiary, make them Burberry, catch a fire like Michael Jackson curl jerry in a Sian. Rise up my berry, so rise up your berry, shot them from primary, go straight through tertiary, make them Burberry, catch a fire like Michael Jackson curl jerry in a Sian. Me no climb punk, but if you wear John Paul Gatti, nah nyam kaki fi me man one tall kaki she real and ball poppy me. Oh my God! And the first artist for run them lyrics, you see me? That's why I tell a cartel of the 3 syllables them long before doing ya. You see me? Curl Jerry, my berry, so rise up your berry. Shot them from primary, go straight through tertiary. Make them Burberry, catch a fire like Katy Perry in her music video. Oh my God! Cartel for make a part few to that song there, It need a today's special other song there, you see me? Man 121, big up Suko Ward, them and the whole ward 121, you see it? Yeah, man. So let's see what reach Katy Perry.
3, 2, 1, light. Go!
So if you notice, that's when it actually catch her face. Look.
1, light.
Okay, so... Okay, watch carefully. As it reaches her face and cover her face, she had to fell to the floor to get the fire off her face. Hold on. My bad, guys. I got the cream soda. Yoda. Lord of the Rings. Calling me Yoda. Yeah. So okay. That's just when it's about to lit her face up. Okay, our face haven't lit as yet, but it's coming up. There it goes. There it goes. It's as soon as it cover her face, she had to fell to the floor. Drop and roll. Yeah. Drop and roll bait. Them catch a fire. Drop and roll bait. Me drive by not up on toll gate. Some boy go a prison use man coal gate. Which family? Westmoreland location. And when me did the Spanglers locate. And if you this barrel about rotate, make your brain fly go a space. So they them can't have my guns done way. Gunshot in a them frack face. You think we normal man a really hard man, so a pre-shot man now me. Gunshot a make your Harlem shake. Man a drop them can't concentrate. You think we normal man a really hard man obey. Yeah. Me Russian Soviet, them catch a fire, drop and roll gate. Me drive by not up on toll gate. Some boy go a prison use man coal gate. Which family? Spanglers locate. And Westmoreland location. But someone, hey, yeah, Katy Perry, sweetest berry. You see me? Play that. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. This is what the director is using. Actually, I thought that this was someone at home watch. I don't know why would I. I don't know why I would think that someone at home watching it on a TV. But this is the director monitor on his camera. You know, the director camera. I've worked with a few director, and you know, we push it and run it and capture everything, set up green screen at the paint the room. You know, I did a lot of work with a lot of artists and producer, film director, all of that, actors, actresses. You know, yeah, all she's the whole shebang. You know what I'm saying. Oh my goodness, yeah, folks. So we could have lost her. We could have heard that Katy Perry died on the scene of making her film, because that's how Bruce Lee had died, we're told. That's how Paul Walker had died, we're told. You know, that's how a lot of them lost their lives that we're told. And, you know, we have to give thanks that Katy Perry has been rescued. I think this should be traumatizing for her to walk away like Rihanna had walked away from the music and all. And I feel like if Rihanna is to go back to doing music, they might want to offer like under these type of shadiness and style, like the Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? They'll plan to wipe you out. You got to keep your life in full control. You know what I mean? Don't give no one the anger when you make it to such level of success, because they don't want you to enjoy your wealth and your riches and glory and success. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Crazy. I would love to feel or experience being sprayed with a fire extinguisher. Like it's supposed to feel real cold, you know? But that is without the fire. If the fire's on you, you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that. You won't be feeling cold, I'd have to assume. You know, you gonna feel hot same way. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Yeah, you seen her in the chair? She she was in the chair. There, she's in the chair. Right there. Her skin looks okay. You know, the dress doesn't seem to be burnt or anything. So the chemical that they placed on her really protected her somewhat. Her hair is in good shape, it seems, nothing burned. You know, that's crazy. Like, what have they used? Because if that was real life, she'd been bald like the cancer patient. Sorry to say. You know, we know cancer is nothing to play with. You know, but yeah, all her hair would be gone from that engulfment. You know, so we gonna end it here, guys. We gonna win. Yeah. Make sure you're rocking with leprosy. My gang is disease. We disease. Like Kodak Black, like Piccolo, running with disease like Piccolo. Yeah. So make sure you're rocking with leprosy. Y'all be labeled as disease. Yeah. D-I apostrophe. Big Z's with an apostrophe again. And an S. Common lowercase s. Disease. We diseases. No, we disease, not diseases, because we ain't disease like the disease that make people sneeze. You know what I mean? We the disease like Dragon Ball Z, Goku and Vegeta, evil versus good. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm out.